A service record, SRV record, is a specification of data in the domain name system defining the location, i.e., the host name and port number, of servers for specified services. It is defined in RFC 2782, and its type code is 33. Some Internet protocols such as the Session Initiation Protocol, SIP, and the Extensible Messaging and Presence Protocol, XMPP, often require SRV support by network elements. Record format. A SRV record has the form _service _proto name TTL class SRV priority wait port target service, the symbolic name of the desired service, proto, the transport protocol of the desired service. This is usually either TCP or UDP. Name, the domain name for which this record is valid, ending in a dot. TTL, standard DNS time to live field. Class, standard DNS class field. This is always in. Priority, the priority of the target host. Lower value means more preferred. Wait, a relative wait for records with the same priority. Higher value means more preferred. Port, the TCP or UDP port on which the service is to be found. Target, the canonical host name of the machine providing the service, ending in a dot. An example SRV record in textual form that might be found in a zone file might be the following: _SIP _TCP. Example, com 86400 in SRV 055060 SIP server. Example, com. This points to a server named SIP server. Example, com listening on TCP port 5060 for session initiation protocol. SIP protocol services. The priority given here is 0, and the wait is 5, as in MX records. The target in SRV records must point to host name with an address record, A or AAAA record. Pointing to her host name with a CNAME record is not a valid configuration. Provisioning for high service availability. The priority field determines the precedence of use of the record's data. Clients should use the SRV records with the lowest numbered priority value first, and fall back to records of higher value if the connection fails. If a service has multiple SRV records with the same priority value, clients should load balance them in proportion to the values of their wait fields. In the following example, both the priority and wait fields are used to provide a combination of load balancing and backup. Service, #service _proto name TTL class SRV priority wait port target _SIP _TCP. Example, com 86400 in SRV 10605060 big box. Example, com _SIP _TCP. Example, com 86400 in SRV 10205060 small box 1. Example, com _SIP _TCP. Example, com 86400 in SRV 10205060 small box 2. Example, com _SIP _TCP. Example, com 86400 in SRV 2005060 backup box. Example, com. The first three records share a priority of 10. So the wait field's value will be used by clients to determine which server, host and port combination to contact. The sum of all three values is 100. So big box. Example, com will be used 60% of the time. The two hosts small box 1 and small box 2 will be used for 20% of requests each, with half of the requests that are sent to small box 1, i.e., 10% of the total requests, and the remaining half to small box 2. If big box is unavailable, these two remaining machines will share the load equally, since they will each be selected 50% of the time. If all three servers with priority 10 are unavailable, the record with the next lowest priority value will be chosen, which is backup box. Example: com. This might be a machine in another physical location, presumably not vulnerable to anything that would cause the first three hosts to become unavailable. The load balancing provided by SRV records is inherently limited, since the information is essentially static. Current load of servers is not taken into account. Retrieving a SRV record. SRV records may be queried with standard network administration tools, such as the Domain Information Grouper, DIG, or ENS lookup. Usage. SRV records are common in conjunction with the following standardized communications protocols: CalDAV and CardDAV, DANE, DNS Service Discovery, DNSSD, Kerberos, LDAP, LibreVata, XMPP Submission, POP, and IMAP, Minecraft, IMPS, Puppet, Session Initiation Protocol, STUN, TeamSpeak 3, XMPP. In Microsoft Windows 2000, clients query for SRV records to determine the domain controller for a given service. SRV records are also used by Outlook 2007, 2010 and Macintosh 10.6 Mail to locate the Exchange Auto Discover service. In Microsoft Windows networks, domain controllers register their network service types for Active Directory in the DNS. A registry of service names for SRV records and protocols is maintained by the Internet Assigned Numbers Authority, IANA, as defined in RFC 6335. See also IETF draft using SRV records to locate WHOA servers. List of DNS record types. MX record, a DNSRR type used for locating the XMPP server. RFC 2782 definition of the SRV resource record. Rick Van Ryn's articles on SRV resource records. Service name and transport protocol port number registry. Draft Andrews HTTPS RV01. Text use of SRV records in conjunction with HTTP and URIs. Expired Internet Draft. RFC 6186 use of SRV records for locating email submission, access services. Search SRV records for Skype for Business.